And Mukuro decides to step in. Misspelled. Mukuro, with her back facing Makoto, turned head to slide silence and gave him a small nod. She'll be fine. She knew it would come to this. Atonement. Markham would post an impossible exam because none of them would survive. For the next despair game, she's going to erase everyone's memories, including mine. Wants to torment us and fill us with despair before that happens. But Mukuro knew her sister's personality all too well, and that's why she was confident. She knew the escape button was actually real. Whenever Junko brought despair to others, she always made sure there was a possibility despair would befall her instead. If the students won the gamble and made it through the horrible situation, they would finally escape into the outside world. However, that outcome would obviously fill Junko with immense despair, but in the same way, just a clue in Monokuma's control program, Junko could not be satisfied unless she took pains to assure her own destruction. It was this quality that made Junko the ultimate despair. That's why Mukuro was determined to do it. She knew she was the only person who stood a chance of making that outcome possible, even if she had to risk her life. But right now, Mukuro wanted to live more than anything. She wanted to hold on to this world, a world she had no interest in previously. She didn't even know this hesitation she felt was disappointing or not. But she wanted to live and continue searching for a new path. A path where she could abandon her submission to despair. Where she could accept the sins of the past and continue to live. That's right. You can't change the past, but you can forge the new future. Mukuro, who was known as a war machine in the battlefield, found her heart beset by overwhelming fear and anxiety. Until now, it had never occurred to her that determination was necessary to live. Brushing that fear aside, she quietly said, "Thank you, Mukuro." Aww. Touching. Unfortunately, what she said to the boy was showing new possibilities could never reach his ears. Sakura overheard and frowned as she said, "If you're planning to sacrifice yourself as an act of penance, I'll stop you with all my power." Though her words were firm, there were unmistakable affection hidden in them. She had grown attached to her. Both girls had dedicated their lives to battle, and then Mukuro felt a twinge of jealousy towards Sakura, assuming something she lacked. What was that? Leaned towards Sakura, screaming in her ear. Inaudible. Whoa, are you serious? That's her other plan. Sakura frowned and intensified. Monokuma's voice blared through the halls. I'm gonna start the exam now. Ready, set, go! No time for questions or objections. Foremost Monokuma exploded, sending a roar through the hallway, but Mukuro didn't look away. She began moving, powered by resolute determination. Next phase. In the Monokuma room, the exam started. Saw her control entirely on the Monokuma holding the escape button, synchronized to feel the vision of it. She knew what was going to happen next. Predict what her sister Mukuro would do in the next situation. Where she would choose to focus her superhuman skill was definitely more and so through Monokuma's eyes. She watched the scene unfold exactly as she had predicted. A pointed metal bar burst with an explosion. Heading straight to the point of the Monokuma holding the escape button. It was aiming for the point where she detonated. Detonation from Monokuma's power solar overlap. It flew straight into the civilian inside the Master Ultra. In order to bring despair to Monokuma, and by extension Junko as well, the super soldier known as Mukuro Kusaba threw the pipe into the spear, stairs had attacked the same weakling to pierce the nurse's office. An explosion filled the hallway until only fire remained visible. A spear's speed and precision at the sword defied all human logic, but the mastermind knew. She knew Mukuro had used her powers to fill the world with despair. Power was all that disappointing girl had. But that power was useless to Monokuma. The mastermind evidently Mukuro could put all effort into the throw, and Monokuma caught the metal ball and perfectly between his hands. Split-second timing. The force of the throw knocked Monokuma back several yards, but the pointed end of the ball never pierced to his chest. Well, that was disappointing. Mastermind turned at a different monitor. She could see both on Monokuma's face when she realized that she failed to strike Monokuma. The despair of seeing the final Monokuma explode right before her eyes, obliterating the escape button. The save memory was disappointing. She finally was on hook sunk into the dark pit of despair. On instinct, she turned her attention to the surveillance camera that hadn't been destroyed, but instead of seeing Mukuro and the others, she saw Sakura, who looked as though she had finished launching an attack. That's odd. A strain for us, but then hopelessly powerful mastermind completely understood the situation. She shifted her point of view to Monokuma. Diversion. Because that single second, Jinko would feel just the pang of despair. Back to the hallway. 3 seconds left. Amidst the smoke, flame and heat inflecting the hallway, it burst with the speed of a cannon shell. Glared at Monokuma with hot, burning eyes. That betrayed the icy expression on his face, and then, sharply, swiftly, strongly, transformed into a living weapon and cut through everything, from the hall of despair. 2 seconds remained. He was still holding the metal ball in his hands, had to move up. At that moment, the living weapon carved a path to the flames and appeared before him. Its body, never been wounded in any battlefield, sustaining all manner of burns and injuries. Even so, it did not falter. The fire in its eyes never flickered once. 1 second. The living weapon Mukuro slammed her knee into the back of the metal wall Monokuma was holding. The sharp tip of the metal bar pierced through Monokuma like a ray of spike, showing the detonator power source into pieces. Excellent. Time's up. The 100 explosion ceased and smoke blanket of the hallway. Mukuro dived into Monokuma and the pristine escape button now resting in hand. Good work. Since the Hoku Academy had passed the graduation zone, so they thought. A small amount of despair. Monokuma tasted in only 3 seconds. Phase back. First floor hallway. After that, Shinko. This is checkmate. Mukuro looked down at Monokuma. Could no longer move or self-destruct. When she spoke to him, a static-filled voice emitted from his mouth. His function still worked briefly. I never expected you to do that. Still sounding like Monokuma. It seems his voice modulator was unharmed as well. I must have overestimated you. I never thought you'd need anybody's help on the battlefield. When I give the signal, please launch me forward with a roundhouse kick. Whispered those words to Sakura. Oh, before the explosion started. Oh, that's how she did it. After Mukuro threw the metal bar, she jumped into the air at the exact moment Sakura unleashed a roundhouse kick. Right when Sakura's foot made contact with her own, Mukuro used the force generated by her kick to propel herself in Monokuma. Using the ultimate martial arts superhuman attack, like a springboard, she shot herself in the air like an artillery shell. Endorsing intense heat shrapnel and blood-straining G-force, she stayed conscious as she charged to the hallway, engulfed the explosion into despair. Mukuro trusted Jinko. To protect that she'd throw the metal bar and catch it accordingly. Then she tried to look at her face as the despair sets in. The Jinko she knew would definitely do that. Although Mukuro hadn't predicted that her sister would try to kill her with the spear of Gunyear, she had a better understanding of her actions now. As Mukuro stared at Monokuma in his face, all he could do was laugh scornfully. To put your life in someone else's hands for a deadly battle? I don't know how I feel about that. You'll always be a half-act disappointment. I guess this time I'll just say I lost because I didn't see this much disappointment coming. The end. The end. Mukuro shook her head at Monokuma. No, you're wrong, Junko. Huh? If you want to talk about winning or losing, I think we lost before we even started. Mukuro's eyes shifted from one side to the other, as she was unsure of something as she fitted in place. No matter how much despair they felt, you didn't think they'd kill each other the way they did before. That's why you erased their memories. They aren't like the others you forced in the past. You knew these things would never do it. That's what you believed, isn't it? What are you talking about? It's okay, Junko. I'll bring back everyone's memories someday. I'll show you everyone's happiness and their bonds. I'll show all that to you and fill you with even more despair. Mukuro nodded after she said this, as she stood her up. After several seconds of silence, Monokuma responded. You finally beat me this one time, and that lame speech is all the best you can do? Let me guess, it's a disappointment. It's a disappointment. Called it. Never filled me with despair. Just constant disappointment. After pouting like a solo, the Monokuma continued speech in the usual tone. But you guys will be back. Of course they will. When that time comes, I'm going to let you guys to a wonderful place. Their fates are forever intertwined, aren't they? I found out about this fun island when I was running things here. Jabberwock Island. Laughter filled the room before the static finally cut out and his remains fell silent. He won't be taking it any time soon. The mastermind was already preparing a new despair to bring to the world, and the students of Hope Beat Academy, Junko included. In the end, the mastermind stayed in her Monokuma persona until the very end, and Junko and Ashima never showed her face again. Wow. It was as if she resented the despair Mukuro had given her. That thought almost filled Mukuro with despair. But when she heard her classmates calling for her, she sealed that despair into the depths of her heart. From now on, she would seal away all her despair, and one day, when she gave Junko the perfect despair, she unleashed all the despair she stored and plunged her into a dark abyss. I won't leave my little sister alone. In the end, that was the first hope the disappointing older sister had felt since she was a child. Deep. Start with that. Start with upset a bit. Next scene. Here we are. Several hours. Main hall. Look, are you really going to go out with that rig? She's still disguised as Junko. What? What's that? Receiving blood transfusion of correct blood type. Mukuro was beginning to show signs of recovery. That's good. Only would disguise herself as Junko, and she nodded. Probably for the best. If I live as Junko, I might be able to understand her better. Walk a mile in someone's shoes, eh? Despite that, Mukuro's voice still sounded like her own as if she hadn't fully decided. And I've made up my mind. While I'm out there, I've decided I'll accept everyone's hatred toward me and toward Junko. I can't die until I've destroyed all the despair that Junko has spread. And this is only the beginning. The damage that has been despair inflicted upon the world cannot be measured in terms of money, culture, even human race. Television broadcasts had already begun informing people that Junko and Oshima and Mukuro were the heart of ultimate despair. Amidst the survivors in the outside world, there are still people who hadn't been tainted by despair yet, regardless of the fact that she released Makoto and the others. the survivors have nothing more than the reason the world ended, and the terrorist wearing monochrome of mass continue to ravage the world. Mukuro was nothing but a traitor. Of course, she was now in the hopeless situation of being enemies of humanity. And Mukuro wasn't making a big deal of it. I'm going to try to not to kill anyone who comes after me for revenge. Wouldn't it be safer to just turn yourself in? Well, you might just get executed instead. But you could live and be an old lady who tried to push back. Mukuro slowly shook her head and that's your hero. Laws, justice, these things no longer exist. Is it really that bad up there? Maybe we should just stay here. Byakuya glared at Yashiro with contempt. Ignorant idiots, just silence. Your fate won't change whether you stay here or not. They were shocked to learn Togami Corporation had been destroyed. Byakuya continued to remain firm and proud, even towards Mukuro. You are a rare asset, continued Byakuya, so I'll let you live for now. Depending on your actions, I may consider forgiving your crimes after I build the new world. Only Togami boasts that they are capable of forgiving the crimes ending the world. You don't need to do that. I don't plan on just surviving. After turning away from Byakuya, Mukuro looked at the other students, fighting their own way to check out quite preparation. Talk about how to change back to Genocide Jack. From Genocide Jack was panicked and confused as usual.